Hello and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we will be talking about um, Love Lies Bleeding and all the feelings that I enjoyed watching it. So, brief recap of the story. It might not be brief because I like giving details, but this story is centered around two characters, Jackie and Lou. Jackie and Lou are women and they are um, interested in each other, so you know that it is not about the hate. Anyways, Jackie is hitchhiking her way through the country to Vegas because she's going there for a bodybuilding competition and she hopes to win the competition, then move to California to be a professional gym, um what do you call them, trainer. Yes, a professional trainer, working for a gym and all. So anyways, Jackie gets to this town and she's in need of a job, as all hitchhikers do. They don't have she doesn't have a place of residence and she doesn't have income, so she sleeps with the first guy she meets, who promises her a job where he works. And so there we meet Lou. Lou is a she gives us the aura of being sedate in a way, probably because of the circumstances that surround her. Lou is a gym manager, working at a gym, of course, but she has a sister Beth and her father Lou Senior. It's funny, when I saw the subtitles it was like Lou then Lou Senior, and I'm like, don't tell me this man gave his daughter like his own name to be all, I don't know, but you can see the kind of dynamic that would exist between such father and daughter, because Lou doesn't speak to her father, as evidence when FBI agents show up at her gym and be like, and they were like, oh, they want to talk to her father as she's spoken to him recently, and he was like, I don't talk to that man, we are not on good terms, please leave, all those kind of things. Lou, in the gym where she manages, she has an admirer, Daisy, and Daisy wants to be with Lou. Yeah, but Lou is not interested. Okay, and it's not because she's straight, but she's just not that type. Anyway, moving on, Lou has a sister Beth. Beth is married to the guy Jackie slept with, I told you, and the guy's name is JJ. JJ works for Lou's father. Hey, and Lou's father owns a gun range where people come and train and buy guns, and he runs a secret business where he sells or he ships guns across the Mexico border, all of that. So everything's like shady right from the start. Lou's father is bald for like 3/4 of his hair, and he has this scraggly hair, falling over his shoulders, and he keeps bugs as pets. Like, JJ brings Jackie to meet Lou Senior, that's Lou's father, Lou Senior, as like for a job, as he promised, after sleeping with each other. Anyways, Lou Senior gives her a job, gives Jackie a job, a waitress in the bar that he runs, on the same range and all of that. So all of that is settled. JJ is the husband to Beth, and JJ beats Beth regularly. And then there's Lou. Lou is sticking around in this shithole of a town because she wants to keep protecting her sister from her husband, even though her sister is not in the mental state to be able to, speak against her husband. Like, as people that are going through domestic abuse, they are eventually made to believe that they deserve their beatings, they deserve the horrors that they go through, and like the best thing for them to do would be to stay with their abuser, like all abuse, promote and all of that. That is the whole layout of the story. Because we know that Jackie is looking forward to her bodybuilding contest. She obviously looks beautiful, which, excuse me, I want to say that if, like, when I want to, I don't know, looking at Jackie's body gave me so much euphoria, like body euphoria. That is kind of like my goals, one of my goals in life. Like, I want to build to that extent. Like, I want to be as big, like build and beefy and all of that. But anyways, Jackie goes to the gym obviously to train, and immediately Lou sets her eyes on Jackie, she's gone. Like, she's over the moon. She just, like, you can see her, you can literally see a phantom saliva, like, as she's drooling looking at her. So anyway, that day after training is over, and she stays, Lou stays extra time, and then Jackie also stays for a very long time till the closing hours of the gym, and then both of them are like outside, somehow, and they're talking to each other. Lou is introducing herself, like they're just getting to like formalities, introducing themselves and all, and then these two beefy guys walk up to them and they're like, "Oh, come on, Jackie, like let's go to the bar." And she's like, she looks at Lou and she's like, "I'm good, don't worry." And it's like the guys, you know what's about cis hetero men? They have the fucking audacity. Like you're looking at two women with electricity literally sparkling between their eyes, and you're telling one of them that, "Don't worry, Lou is a grade A dyke." And like, bro, that is the fucking point. Oh shit. So anyway, things get physical when Jackie throws a punch, like, "Don't touch me," that kind of audacity where men want to like touch you because they feel like they have access to everybody's body. And then they get one landed in their nose and they like the guy retaliates and all of that, and then Lou breaks it up and whatever and whatever. So they end up staying back in the gym. That's Lou and Jackie after the altercation ends and all of that. So they're like talking, and then Jackie is all like, telling her, what she's up to, and Lou too is like, "Okay, do you have a place to stay?" And Jackie's like, no, obviously. And Lou is like, "Oh, you can stay at my place." And she's like, "Are you serious?" Like, all those kind of things, like the chemistry just builds, like it just makes it easy for them to connect like that. And Jackie decides to stay with Lou. During the conversation, Lou gives Jackie, I think, I could not confirm because I'm not familiar with all these gym things, but I feel like Lou introduced Jackie, not introduced, but kind of prompted her to use steroid. Oh, now that I think of it, it might not be steroid though, it might be testosterone. Oh, I don't know if it's testosterone or steroids, but it seems Jackie, the Lou was telling Jackie that does she need a little bit of, a little bit of shot, and Jackie's like, "No, I'm all natural." So that made me feel like it was steroids again. But Jackie then, Lou goes on to say that, can you see her guns, her gains and all of that, and it's like, maybe she's taking 30. Lou convinces Jackie to take, a little bit. She's like, "Oh, just a little bit, just to give you an extra edge, over the competition and all of that." And Jackie's like, "Okay." I don't know, there's a hint of Jackie is from Oklahoma. So she's basically like a farm girl. She says it that her town is just like farmers and people that go to church twice a week, and that was not the life for her. So she left and all of that. And it's like Jackie, despite leaving the farm and all that, she still has this bit of country girl naivete. Like she's a bit naive in a way, like she's not world weary yet, because in fact she has been hitchhiking for, I guess, months. We're not told, but months she has been hitchhiking. She's not yet world weary. I feel like maybe she met good guys along the way, not good guys, but like she met people that were just like basic human beings. They were not mean, they were not evil in any sense, until she came to this town. Jackie and Lou start their life of domestic bliss, bro. That is, in fact, I made this video because I just want to emphasize how much I would love to see that kind of domestic bliss from this type of characters, like characters that are that they are not conventionally, seen everywhere, like on everyday TV. Characters like Jackie, like a woman that is built and very serious about her bodybuilding goals, her bodybuilding career. I wanted to be a gym trainer and all that. And Lou, who is also like a dyke, and she's like built. Is dyke a slur? I don't. I'm sorry if it's a slur, but basically, Lou that is no nonsense, Lou that is calm, level-headed in a sense, and very full of secrets. I don't know. I just wish I could see such couples on screen, but not in this type of like movie scene, but like in like everyday TV, with going through domestic bliss. I don't know if there is already. So if there is, please recommend. And my favorite recourse for all those kind of satisfaction is in fan fiction. So I hope there are fan fictions out there that have put Lou and Jackie in a domestic AU ward, and I wish people would recommend them to me. So if you have those type of recommendations, please put it in the comments. I will check it out. They start living together, and I there was a like in the morning after, like when they go home, obviously they have sex. You know, that first night the chemistry was just too much, bro. It was off the charts. So they have sex and all of that, and in the following morning, you know, Lou is making breakfast for both of them, and Jackie's like, okay, should I skedaddle or something? I don't know. So, but Lou is like, no, don't worry, I'll make you breakfast, all those kind of things, you know, and it's so freaking cute. God, oh shit. If my nose could, oh, the domestic fluff. Oh, then Jackie goes to say, next time when you're making eggs for me, can you remove the yolks? And like, I cannot bear it. God is too. In fact, I don't think I cared much about the plot or the story or where they were going down. This whole connection between these two women, like, bro, that was so satisfying. Anyway, plot has to plot. They keep living this life of domestic bliss. Jack is working at the gun range where Lou's father worked, and Lou is just going on with the gym. And Daisy, remember this, Daisy is busy, you know, being jealous and all of that, but watching from the background, not jealous, but like envious, not jealous, jealous of Jackie, you know, having access to Lou and all of that in the background. Also, life keeps happening, and you know, all of that. Then one day they have this serious talk where Jackie's like, Lou, don't you think you should just like follow me? Because Lou agrees to take her to Vegas. You know, they would go to the show together, they would do compete together, and you know, and all that. Jackie was like, okay, Lou, why don't we just move ahead to California from there? You know, like there's nothing that's keeping you here in this town. She was not like, Lou was not like, oh, her sister. She's here for her sister, blah blah, because her husband hates her and all of that. So, anyways, one day they have a family dinner. Lou, Jackie, Beth, and JJ, and they're at the table. And JJ, I don't know, for some reason, JJ is seeing Jackie with Lou, because it's like, bro, you just, why are you seeding? Like, what do you want again? Like, it's maybe that was just for like a job, and you've given both of you done the agreement, and that was the end of. Why are you angry? What's the problem? You know, that kind of thing. But I guess it's just like when a man hates that a lesbian can pull, you know, so he's like sitting with rage, because like, bro, who's going to date your fucking ass, your scrawny chicken lizard ass? Anyway, they're at the table, and there's tension because JJ is an abusive asshole, and he keeps on embarrassing Beth, and he makes her, it's like he eventually ends the whole thing screaming at her and whatnot. And Lou is freaking pissed, and she goes to confront JJ in the bathroom, like, are you insane? Blah 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 blah. Why are you talking to my sister? All this and so, and JJ is like, you're a fool, because the person that's sitting beside you, do you know that we hooked up, we did this? And Lou is enraged, bro. Like, I don't want to say this, I don't want to encourage this kind of behavior, but when Lou was like enraged and kicking doors and like, you know, mad that, you know, this JJ had this way with his girlfriend, with her girlfriend and all of that. I was like, I don't know about you, but I was personally overheated, because it was just like, God. Number one, number two, Lou's body is also goals. Lou's body gives me euphoria as well. I'm like, I want, like, when you see a figure that is lean and has so much, you know, core strength, like, bro, God, euphoria, just perfect. So, anyways, they go home, and Jackie knows that JJ would have, you know, talked and all that. So they go home and told them, I give myself silent treatment, and Jackie's like, you got it, like, what is going on here? Like, why are you so, you know, this kind of behavior? And Lou is just like giving her like attitude and, you know, passive aggressive stuff. And then Jackie walks out of the car. You know, they have like this kind of little altercation. Eventually they settle and they go, like, she gets back in the car, like Jackie gets back in the car, they go home, you know, and I don't know, they kiss. There's a lot of sex like between both of them, which is very satisfying to see. But anyways, they go back, they settle, they make up, all of that, and they go to bed. And I think that was the moment where both of them declared like, oh, I love you to each other, you know, that kind of stuff. And it's like, Jesus Christ, can this moment just last for the whole movie? Like, I just want it to last. So anyway, plot. The next morning, Lou gets a call from the hospital. Her sister has been severely, you know, beaten, battered out of, you know, consciousness and all that. And she runs and she goes to the hospital with Jackie in tow. By now, all this time is going on. Jackie, from her natural stance, she's taking regular doses of steroid. I think it's steroid. I feel like it's steroid. So she's taking regular doses of steroid and she's exercising, you know, and all of that. And like we get the way the movie plays out, we see scenes where Jackie is like her muscles are bulging, you know, unnaturally. You get they're just like big, big, big. And I forgot to say this, but Jackie told Lou that she was once a fat girl, you know, and from being fat, she eventually built herself into this, you know, all of that kind of gist. They show scenes where like Jackie would be working out and then you see her bicep maybe pop out unnaturally and like a cartoon like Johnny Bravo, you know, when Johnny Bravo is like flexing his guns and he's like, mama, all those things will just be popping out like all those kind of things. So it was happening cartoonishly to Jackie, and I was like, what did they go on? You get, anyways, they go to the hospital and who is enraged, she's crying, she's screaming, like Beth's face is literally swollen, like, you know, like two freaking oranges big, or what, a melon big or something like that. It's not really, it's not pretty, it's ugly, you know, and all of that. And Jack and Lou is losing her mind. And Lou senior comes in, you know, he sees Beth's face and Lou starts to scream at him that you said you would do something the last time. Like Lou senior is like, oh, you know, I talked to him, I'll talk to him, blah blah blah. And Lou is like, you don't ever do it else now. So all those like futile frustrations and arguments going on. Meanwhile, Jackie's in the corner, you know. And something that I noticed, like when Lou is distressed, Jackie feels it like on a very like at an abnormal scale. I don't know. I was calling it like the drugs, but later on it was like they just have this connection. You get like Lou and Jackie, they have this connection that is not on this plane of reality. You get like when Lou is in pain, Jackie feels it and she responds like with so much, I don't know, rage and power. So Lou is there, Lou is near tears. In fact, she's crying, you know, and all of that. She's angry, she can't focus on anything. Before we know, Jackie takes the key of her truck, goes to the truck, drives it over to Beth's house, you know, and JJ is in the house, he's like pacing, he's scared, you know, that Lucinda is going to get him and all, because Lucinda kind of has a reputation, you know, he's a bad guy and all, but still, you know, he already has like several voicemails from Lucinda, and Lucinda like, bro, we have to talk, you know, that like JJ, we have to talk, all of that. So JJ has been avoidant, he's pacing it. Obviously, he's in distress, idiot. Anyway, Jackie gets JJ opens the door for Jackie, and JJ is like, what the, like, so she punches him first and he's like, I'm sorry, and she twists him, you know, on the floor, like she twists him over and lifts his head, smashes it on their center table like 3 times, and drops his body on the floor like he's dead, you know, all those kinds, and she just sits down in the house. And in that moment I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like, God. She seemed like a monster, like not a monster like a monster, but like she seemed not human, you know, she seemed like something else, some creature. And then she turned on in the dark. I guess she was in shock and all. Lou is looking for her keys to her truck after staying long. Just she wakes up the next day, she sees like the nurses tell her to go home, the nurses she can do all of that, so she doesn't find her truck, keys to her truck. And then she goes, she's in a taxi heading home, then she sees her truck parked outside of Beth's house, and she gets down from the taxi, enters the house, sees the situation, and she like freaks out. You get, then she thinks fast, you know, she's like, we have to get rid of the body, we have to get rid of the body. So she rolls up JJ's body into a rug, their parlor rug, and then two of them haul his body into the truck, into her truck, and they drive. While Jackie drives her truck, she drives JJ's truck to a certain not a canyon, but a rift in the land. They know they're in the Rockies, like their town is in the Rockies, so they have to, like, there's a lot of faults in the ground. Something called fault where the ground splits open, but it's not so much. It's just like a split, a deep split, you know, and it does not go for. Anyway, some of them drive there, and Lou has this plan to, like, you know, drive JJ's body into that fault in the ground and burn it basically. So that's what they do. Lou sets the car on fire, drives it inside the thing, and then the whole thing explodes, and then the smoke is going up for miles, and then they drive back home. Lou cleans up Jackie, shower, bathes her and everything, and then takes her to bed. Then two of them, I think they go to sleep or something, and then when in the morning Lou has this idea that she has to clean up after Jackie. She was like, they'll fry you for what you did, they'll fry you for what you did. So it then implies that that town is a very male dominated town, small towns. And like if a woman should like kill a man, it's okay for the man to be the woman all the time, you won't kill her. But if a woman is if a man is killed by a woman, that woman has to pay all of those kind of revenge nonsense. So anyway, they go to so Lou goes over to JJ's house, cleans up everything, cleans up the messes and all of that, wipes the whole place down. So as she's about to leave, her father comes in. So she hides into hides into a closet, and her father like goes over the house, like looking. But the way the father inspects the house, as I was watching, I felt like the father already knew what went down, but he just like calmly and he knew that it had something to do with Lou. You get, because Lou had always expressed how much she wants to fucking kill JJ. He leaves it be. Then after cleaning up, she locks the door. She tells Jackie to lay low, and she locks Jackie in the house and goes up to work at the gym. And then Jackie wakes up. She walks out. She takes another shot of steroid. By this time, she's abnormally pumping these drugs. So she takes the shots of steroids. Her head is exploding, all of that. She's exercising, she's practicing her pose for her competition, because her competition is just like a day away now, and she has to get to Vegas. So she tries to leave the house, but the door is locked, and she's so fucking pissed. Like, why would you lock me in, all of that? And then she breaks the door and leaves. Lou comes back from work, sees the house, sees the door is broken, goes to sit down, and she's like, where the fuck is Jackie? Like, I was looking for Jackie and all that. Then Jackie comes back home. She seems like she's high, and she's like screaming, and she's like, oh, let's go. She's pumped, she's excited. She's like, you know what, let's just pack up and leave. Let's just go to Vegas now. There's nothing holding us. Like, it's done. Let's just go. And Lou's like, what the fuck? I told you have to lay low. Like, people can't just see you around. Like, things are suspicious. Also, I didn't mention it, but like the night that the night that Jackie and Lou were going to dispose JJ's body, Daisy saw them at the crosswalk, like at the light, and she saw Lou driving JJ's car, and she was like, Lou, like, what's up? No, somebody that has a crush on you, all of those kind of disturbance. Anyways, so she then notices Jackie in Lou's truck, and she's like, why is she riding your truck? All of that. But Lou kind of brushes her off, and all of that. Anyways, so back to the timeline. When Jackie comes home and she's pumped, Lou is like, bro, you have to be calm. Like, you have to be calm. Things have happened, let's lay low, all of that. But Jackie absolutely ignores her, even hits her with her hair, like headbutts her, so that blood's coming out of Lou's man. I'm like, you know what, it's time for me to check out this story. I'm done, like, I don't like this whole I thought it would go down this road of this circle of abusive nonsense, and I was like, okay, I'm done. But I kept going with the movie because I liked it all. So eventually Jackie leaves. She leaves. She hitchhikes her way to Vegas. She finds a car that takes her straight to Vegas. By this time, the absolute shock of killing somebody has not worn off. Then she's now high on like multiple doses of steroids, and she's about to compete on a stage in front of people and all of that. So we are hearing disembodied voices, like from the point of view of Jackie. Like, everybody's voices is coming as if they're like she's underwater. She's in a fog. She's not seeing well, but she still manages to put together an outfit for the pageant. She wears her clothes, she sprays herself, and she goes out. Contestant lines up and everything, and they're like, good contestant, good. Then now it's time for your individual show. So it's her turn to go up to the stage, to pose for the own person. Now, you're supposed to show a kind of, I don't know, bodybuilding dance kind of thing. So she's there, she's doing it, and then all of a sudden it gets so bad, she absolutely blacks out in a way that she starts to, in her eyes, she sees herself throwing up. But the thing she's throwing up is Lou. And Lou is coming out as if she's giving birth to Lou through her mouth. So she's like covered in liquids or something. And Lou falls on the floor from her mouth. And Lou says, hey babe, I thought I told you to lay low, and she comes back to reality and she just puked on the stage, and everybody's like, ah, you know, this comes, and people are like, she starts to hear voices, you know, from backstage, and she sees some other bodybuilder looking at her in her head. She imagines them making fun of her for being a fatty, all of that. And she turns, runs towards them and starts to punch the light out of one of the contestants. She absolutely wrecks that one's face, renders her unconscious till she's pulled off of the woman and arrested basically. And so they set her bill at $300. She's booked, she's a, you know, criminal and all of that. And so nobody is there to bail her. So they say she gets one phone call to call somebody. She now tries to call Lou, obviously, but in that moment Lou was spending the night with Daisy, because Lou had, the day Jackie left, she had met up with Daisy, and Daisy had been like, basically Daisy had threatened to tell, you know, but she convinced her with, like, by dating her, because that's what Daisy always wants, like, to date Lou. So Lou is like, oh, I'm not seeing Jackie, you know, let's just be together, all those kind of things, just to make her not talk. And Daisy spent the night at Lou's, you know, when Jackie calls for Bill, you know, for help. Daisy picks up the phone, tells her that she should fuck off, that she doesn't have a place in Lou's life anymore, all of that. And it's so hopeless for her. So who does she call? She calls Lou's father, Lou Senior. When Lou Senior gets there, Lou Senior bails her out. It's like in the dead of the night, yeah. And they're driving back to his town. And on the way, Lou Senior is telling her different gibberish, telling her this, that, this, that, this, that he's worldly, that the way he will solve her problem for her, but she has to do something for him, all of that. So he tells her, he gives her a job, gives her a gun, and from the beginning, Jackie has always been anti-gun. Like, she doesn't like guns. She feels like you can protect yourself with your own fist better than a gun. So anyway, Lucinio gives her a gun, tells her to go do a job. That's what we see. We don't know what the job is. So the next day, Daisy and Lou are like, Daisy follows Lou to her apartment, and she's like talking to Lou about something. Then we see Daisy's head explode onto Lou's body, and I'm like, what is going on? And then we see Jackie holding the gun that shot Daisy's head off, and it's like, what am I doing here? Like, I was just like, what just happened? And same expression with Luke. But Luke was like, what the, you know? And Daisy, Jackie's like near tears. She's like, oh, you moved on and all of that. And I thought it was like Jackie also still being high on steroids and acting out, but I didn't know it was like actually Lucinio that sent her to do that to Daisy, basically to kill the only witness, you know, in the case, so that they can bury it well, because Lucinio has a mole in the police department working for him. So it's just a whole lot of mess, you know. Everything ends in the way that, I don't know, everything just ends the certain way. Lou rats her father out to the feds because they've always is a wanted man, but they've never found any evidence on him. So she rats her father out to the feds. Her father tries to kill her with his mole. She kills the mole. She goes to the father's house to kill him and gets Jackie from him, because he kidnaps Jackie. So she gets Jackie. She tells Jackie to run away. Jackie is beating her, fighting her, like, you don't love me anymore, this kind of thing. They kind of confess that, oh no, I love you, I was just doing it to protect you, all of that. Meanwhile, this body is still in Lou's truck, in the back of Lou's truck. And so the father comes, you know, Jackie has run away. Like, Lou tells her to run through the back, she will come and meet her, all of that. But the father comes, tries to kill Lou. Jackie comes, and Jackie is like a giant. Her head is up in the sky. You know that character in Gen V? That guy that is like huge, big, that guy, I don't know if you watch Gen V, but anyway, there's Jackie's inhumanely huge, because she hears Lou scream when her father, like, as her father beats her and tries to kill her. So Jackie is hearing Lou scream from such a distance away. How? We don't know. She's not how to transform. I think she's a wolf guy. You know how werewolves transform, and that's how Jackie transforms. And she runs back to meet them, and she takes Lou and she pins him down like a butterfly, like an insect. And he's like crying, and like, Jackie, Lou. And Lou is like, Jackie, like, she's in awe, you know, she's in love, all of that. And Jackie just looking at the father like an aunt, you know. I don't know what that supposed to, I don't know what that scene was, but it was something. And then Lou threatens her father with the gun in his mouth, and then she lets him be. She's like, the feds are coming, don't worry, we'll get your ass and all of that. So two of them run away. And we see this sequence of giant Lou holding Jackie's hand, giant Jackie's hand, and they are running through the, and their heads are in the clouds, and they are running, and they're ecstatic, and they're running. And it's like, is this a fairy tale or what? Like, I love the ending. It was perfect. Anyways, all of that happens overnight, and then the morning we see Jackie passed out in the passenger seat of Lou's truck that Lou is driving, and they're like driving off. At this point, Lou had made her peace with her sister's decision. She's like, since you want to be in such a relationship, okay, fine, I'm going to leave you, all of that. And then she lets Bethany go. In that sense, that's her sister Beth. So two of them are in the car, and Daisy's body is still in the truck, in the back of the truck. So as they're driving, Jackie's passed out in this passenger seat. She's sleeping or something, sleeping off probably all the shock, the exhaustion, the everything. And the body in the truck starts to like make thumping sounds, like thumping sounds. And then she stops the truck, she goes over to the back, she sees Daisy coming to. Basically the shots did not kill her, I think. I don't know how, but she's coming to, because Jackie is not a good shot, so obviously she must have missed the vitals, like Daisy's vitals. So when Lou sees Daisy coming to, opening her eyes, blinking against the light and all, she makes a decision. She just like turns her face away, finishes Daisy off in that sense. Then she drags her body out of the truck to, they're driving in the middle of the desert here, so she drags Daisy's body off to the side and starts to the process of burying it and all of that. So that's how the story ends. Like, and when I was watching, I was like, shit. Like, it felt so surreal at some point. It felt satisfying at some point. It felt like my heart was thumping too at some point, because I didn't know how it would end. Like, I didn't expect that ending at all. That was not what I was expecting. I projected a lot of endings, but that was not what I projected. So it was absolutely, like, it was a delight watching Love Lies Bleeding. And yeah, that because of how Jackie was healthy, eating and all of that, Lou decided to quit smoking cigarettes. So it was just like they had this whole idyllic existence. Like, to me it was idyllic. I don't know about anybody else, but to me it was like this idyllic domestic bliss, fluff and all of that. And I was like, can you give me more of this? I don't care about plot, I don't care about story. Please let me just see more of these people exist, like in this kind of scenery, where the most important thing to them will be like understanding each other, clearing up misunderstandings, having fun, having a lot of sexy times and all of that. So Love Life Day was a delight. I'm so happy I watched it. And what would I rate this movie? Out of 5, I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4 because of Lou and Jackie. A 4 over 5. Like, 4 stars. So freaking good. Anyways, thank you for watching with me. Thank you for enjoying. Tell me your thoughts about the movie. Watch it if you've seen it. If you will see it. If you will see that, but I'm not giving you spoilers. It doesn't mean my spoilers are not that coherent. So I feel like you can still enjoy the movie regardless. Anyways, thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.